Hey everybody, I have decided to try to do another YouTube channel. I'm I guess I'm keeping the same channel. I might change the name. I don't know. Still thinking on that one. But this is gonna be about the new Class C motorhome I just bought. And I just got it yesterday, and I had to drive 1,000 miles round trip to get it. So I'm still pretty tired from it, and I actually have a giant headache, and I'll show you why here in a little bit. I just want to go over the situation I went through yesterday. So I rented a car. I live here in Montana, and I rented a car. I drove all the way to Kalispell in it, and that was fine. Weather was great at the time. And then I get there, I go over the RV, make sure everything's safe to drive 500 miles back. And I check the transmission fluid. There's nothing in there. And she's pressuring me to take it for a drive. And I told her that there's no transmission fluid. So we had to work on that. And then we found out the hot water heater was leaking. And then I took it for a drive after we fixed all that. And it was very loud and noisy. I mean, there's some problems, but obviously it made it, so we're doing good. Um, I also found some more problems on the way home, which was a brutal drive. Let me tell you, it started snowing when I was leaving, and I mean, the tires are okay, they're not the best, but it was a brutal drive. And then after the snow stopped, I got some rain, and then I got the wind, and then nighttime came, and then I hit another snowstorm. So I was stuck going 40 miles an hour because I didn't want to slide off the road because the road was starting to ice up. And then luckily that cleared up and I got out of that, but then it was windy the whole time back, and it was just a long day. I mean, I might have drove 18 hours in one day. I woke up at 1 a.m. and I left my house to go there, and I got back home at I think it was 10 o'clock when I got home. So it was a long day, and I had to leave my poor wolf dogs behind because I couldn't put them in the rental car, and they're just a pain to deal with when it comes to other people and other dogs. So on that note, I'm also thinking about changing my YouTube channel to, I don't know, maybe the Lone Wolfers, since I'm a roofer and I have wolf dogs, or what was the other one I was thinking of? RV Wolfers. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I'm still pondering that idea. And you'll have to forgive me. Obviously, I don't have the fancy YouTube technology yet. I mean, if this channel starts taking off, then I might start investing in that stuff. I'll probably get a mic and one of those sticks to hold my phone, or an actual camera. It just depends on what happens. It's not really worth investing into if it's not making you money. So we'll see where that goes. So on that note, let's go check out the new Class C I got. It is a Ford model. It is the F4 or E450, and it is 4 winds. And I think they said it is a 29E. But she said it's a 31 footer and it's got 2 slides. But let's see what you guys think about it. All right, there she is in all her glory. Luckily they put a light bar on it right there. Right there, because the headlights are not very bright. And it definitely saved me on getting home. So let me just do a walk around so you can see what's going on here. I mean, obviously it's an old camper, so it's gonna have some damage, but it's still functional. I haven't seen any delamination yet. I did see a couple rips in the pop-out awnings. Oh, the leaf springs are shot. They're, bowing the wrong way. But surprisingly, it still rode pretty good all the way home. I mean, it handled bumps surprisingly well. Way better than that thing, let me tell you. I was impressed. Ladder's missing. It's got the backup camera right there. Yeah, this is the awning that has a tear in it. As you can see, they just put some tape on it, which is not ideal. But yeah, I mean, I don't really see any D-Lam. I mean, that looks like it's D-Lam, but it's not. But if any of you guys have experience with these things, I would like maybe some input, because I crawled underneath it and I noticed that the transmission has a parking brake behind it. I can't see it from here, dang it. I have to go to the other side. But anyways, it's got like a drum on the back side of the transmission, which is claimed to be the parking brake. And she's got a little bit of rust. She was in northern Montana where all the salt and everything happens. Oh well. I just noticed this is like a skid plate so you don't bottom out. That's kind of nice. I guess they thought about some stuff, huh? Alright, let's go inside and take a look in here. They did put a new hot water heater in it for me. Probably not on level ground, so I should probably leave the slides in for now. And keep in mind, I just got home and I parked it and went inside and went to bed, so I didn't do nothing. But all these drawers that are taped up, they don't have the mechanism to keep them from opening. So I taped them up because I didn't want to hear them, slamming 500 miles home. So here's the front. It does have the nice wood grain dash. I like that. The bed is missing up here. I don't know what happened. But it's got a TV, and I guess this thing slides. I mean, I don't know. I might change that eventually. I'm not sure. But if you noticed, there is no water damage in here. Somehow, some way. Oh, also, it's the model without the front window, which helps with the non-leaking issue. But somehow, some way, I got lucky, and I really like this roofing right here. It's like a vinyl, but it's also padded. I like that for in the winter times, when you got the heater on, you start getting condensation buildup. I like this way better than the carpet felt stuff that they put on the roof, because I don't know why they do that. It's not smart, but I'm glad the package of this camper. It's got, I don't know, some makeshift surround sound. It's got a table. Let me stand back a little more so you guys can get a better view, since I'm doing this with my phone. It's got the foldable tables. Carpet looks worse than it really is. It was, like I said, it was snowing when I was there, so we were going in and out, tracking mud in, so it needs to be vacuumed. Well, other than that, it's a pretty good rig. It definitely needs work. Looks like that filter needs to be clean. Can't tell on the video, but it's dirty. Yeah, it's got the 2 sinks. I had to tape that. Got the Norco fridge. They had the fridge on. I'm not sure how long they had it on before I got there, because the freezer was cold, but the fridge wasn't that cold. So I'm a little worried that I'm gonna have to buy a new fridge. Alright, let's move back to the shower. I guess the bedroom area first. And it's a much smaller bed, so I'm probably gonna have to get a new bed. But there's also a TV in here. And the TV's mounted to some flip up thing. I don't know, it's pretty interesting. There's a CD player. Pretty interesting in my opinion. And we'll take this for a drive here in a minute so you guys can hear the parking brake. I'm assuming it's the parking brake, the sound it's making, but does anybody else have this where the mirrors are on a cupboard with a window behind it? I don't know. I just feel like that's kind of weird. Why would you do that? Kind of weird. I mean, like I said, it does have some problems. I don't know. That could be just moisture. I know the water line's right there, so maybe they had a leak once upon a time. I'm not sure there. It's a pretty big camper, and it hauls. I gotta say, it hauls pretty well. It hauls itself just fine. Here's the shower. No leaks. It's got the, probably can't tell, but it's got the dual skylights to help with from what I hear, the dual skylights helps with the condensation buildup so it doesn't rot out your frame around the skylight, which is very nice. And I like that. And the bathroom's not the best shape, but it's usable. Oh, and I guess when you open the door, there is no slider to divide the living room from the bathroom and the bedroom. So that is your divider, which is a little interesting. I'm not sure if I like that so much. I don't know. Like I said, I just got it, so we'll have to play with it and see where we go. Obviously, I can't leave stuff alone. I constantly fix stuff if I can afford it, so stay tuned, and you might even see me 4x4 this thing, because I did it with my van, and I might do it again. Yeah, there's some issues, but nothing too major that scared me away from buying it. And if you stick around towards the end, I'll let you know how much I bought it for, and you let me know if you think that's a good deal or not. The awning or the generator only has 182 supposedly, and I guess it's got. I was told that it has this these two buttons right here. I guess they're heating elements for the holding tanks, the black and the gray. But she also said that sorry, I thought someone was here. She also said that the heating ducts go down to that area. So I don't know why they would have two options to heat up the holding tanks. I don't know. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe she was just telling me. You never know. Oh, and by the way, this is my first time I've ever bought anything from a dealership. So that should tell you something, that I'm not a fan of them, because they're just trying to make their money, and I'm sure you know the whole deal. Anyways, let's hop in the driver's seat and take her for a drive so you can hear the noise I was hearing the whole way here. And like I said, if you know what that noise is, let me know. I'm pretty sure it's the parking brake. But if someone has experience with it, let me know, and so I'm not fixing stuff that doesn't need to be fixed, obviously. And I guess I have another. When I'm driving, do I need to turn the battery disconnect off or just leave it on? I'm not too familiar with these, so I'm learning. And maybe I'll use you guys to learn. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. So, obviously I made it in my driveway just fine. You can't tell, but there's right there's a hill to get out. So we'll see. Hopefully the back end doesn't drag going out. The tires are in decent shape. The front tires look fairly new, but they also look like they need an alignment. The inside's wearing a little hard. But yeah, once I get some more money, I could throw some money at it. And if anybody's interested in a giant truck camper, it's got a slide on the other side, and it's massive. You definitely need a long bed, and preferably a dually, but it is super nice inside. No water leaks, all that good shenanigan stuff. All right, let's start her up and see what happens. I mean, it was like I said, it was a 500-mile drive. Oh, and it definitely needs an oil change, because I crawled under there and it has a Valvoline. Oh, here's how many miles it has too. Yeah, the sun. 113,000, had 112 when I got it. But anyways, it probably needs oil change because it has a Valvoline oil filter on it. And then I seen that on the way home. I'm like, oh no. I sure hope it hasn't been 5 years since the oil's been changed. But obviously I checked the oil. It was all good. It didn't look too, I mean, it was dark, but it didn't look too bad. I mean, it still had viscosity to it. And it smelled like oil, it didn't smell like fuel. So I was happy there. So let's get this thing started. See what happens. It's got a backup camera, which it's nice during the day. It's also, I don't even know if the sun will probably ruin it. Yeah, you can barely see out of it. I don't know. I'm probably gonna change it to one of those rear view mirror cameras that I've seen. Those seem to be the best idea, in my opinion. Uh-oh. Gotta check engine light. I don't know if that's just because I haven't started it or... Yeah, starts right up. What a gem. No check engine lights. Man. Okay, well, I say 500 miles, but it felt like it. But that's how many miles I actually put on it from where I got it. 413. So, and of course, I try to do a VIN lookup to get the specs to see what transmission, which I'm assuming is the 4R100, since it only shifts 4 times. But they don't make it easy to find any kind of specs on these, even when you do a VIN search. I mean, the only thing I got when I did a VIN search was how many owners, how many miles, what engine it has. Nothing about the transmission, nothing about the differential gear ratios, nothing like that. So yeah, let me let this thing warm up before we take it for a drive, and I'll get back to you. Okay, I'm still letting it warm up, and when I was driving, I noticed the front of this right here was bouncing, and I'm not sure if that's normal or not. Let me know if you think it's normal, but I just checked it, and I don't think this is normal. Look at that. My goodness. I'm pretty sure there should be, plywood that I mean, it's solid right here and up here, but not right here. Oh man, I hope that's normal. Anyways, this thing's still warming up. Let me get back to you. While this thing's warming up, I also remembered something that I found when I was driving home. I'm not sure how to fix it because it's in a tight spot, but when I was driving home, I noticed this right here, and when people were passing me on a 2-lane, I was getting sprayed with water. So obviously the cab and the roof mount is leaking, but it doesn't seem like anything's rotted away yet. Everything's still pretty solid ish. I don't know if that's normal. like I said, I'm new to this, so I don't know. And like I say, you'll have to forgive me, I don't have the fancy YouTube stuff, so video quality is probably going to be crap compared to everybody else, and my audio is probably going to be crap compared to everybody else. So on that note, let's looks like she's warmed up, so let's get going and see if my microphone will pick up the parking brake sound that I was having the whole way here. And the parking brake sound, it comes and goes. So if I'm like going down a hill, it'll go away, or if I let off the gas, it'll go away. But if I'm going up a hill, or if I'm just driving on a flat surface, it starts whining really bad. And I think around 45 mile an hour is when it gets to its peak noise. And then if I drive faster, it gradually goes down. So let's get flip this thing around and let's get on the road. It's getting pretty windy outside, and like I said, I'm in Montana, so it's still cold out here. But surprisingly not that cold. I mean, for it being January, it's not too shabby. I'll take it. We've had a mild winter. Yeah, when I was driving, I just noticed that front piece was bouncing. So I don't know. Is that normal? You tell me. And like I said, if you think this would be a good series, stay tuned, because I'm going to be doing a lot of work to it once I get the funds for it. The reason why I decided to do this series is because I was trying to look up YouTube videos before I went and bought the thing to see if anybody had experience with them. And I didn't see anything. All I seen was a bunch of salesmen. So let's see if we scrape here. Oh, just barely. We just barely made it without scraping my driveway. Let's see if you can hear the sound. There it is. Sounds like highway tires on the highway, or maybe mudding tires on the highway right now. Well, let me get onto the main road here, and we'll get her up to 45 mile an hour and see if you guys can hear it or not. Oh man, I have a headache, let me tell you. It was brutal yesterday. I gotta say, driving it that many miles, I did fall in love with it. So let me be quiet here and see if you can hear it. We're past the 45 mile an hour. It kind of seems like it's not as loud. So I don't know if maybe the parking brake shoes were adjusted a little too tight and it finally wore itself down more, so it's not making that noise. I'm not sure. It doesn't seem as potent. I can still hear it. I don't know if you guys can. It's not nearly as bad as it was when I first started driving it. And I have no clue how long this thing was sitting before I got it. And I also noticed this is the 04 and it was made in August, so I was hoping it had the 5-speed, because that's, I guess in the middle of 04 is when Ford decided to put the 5-speed in it, and apparently I did not get that one, unfortunately. I wish I did, because it would make it easier to 4x4 swap if I was going to. I don't know if you can hear that. Yeah, it's definitely not even as close as... It was way louder yesterday, let me just tell you. It was so loud, it was ridiculous. I couldn't hear nothing. But yeah, it's getting windy, so I'm gonna have to fight the wind. I was hoping it was gonna be louder than that for you guys to hear like it was yesterday. But let me get this thing back home. I live in the country, so I gotta go around the whole country block. So let me get this thing home, and I'll get inside the house where it's not windy, or maybe I'll just sit in the back of this thing and talk to you guys a little bit more about what I plan on doing and why I bought this thing. So let me get back to you. Oh, and another thing, while I was driving, I noticed this beeping. It would come and go. I'm not sure if it's a smoke alarm or what. Maybe you guys know. Maybe it's because I don't have the power shut off while I'm driving. Let's see if you can hear it. Right there. I don't know if you heard that or not, but I have yet to find out what that is. And also, I was really hoping to have electric mirrors, and I don't. And that's kind of a bummer, because if I'm off-roading or anything and in the mountains and I hit a tree, I'm gonna have to get out and adjust my mirrors, and then hopefully I got it right the first time. And if not, I'm gonna have to sit in the driver's seat, check it out, get back out. I mean, you know the whole deal. Anyways, I'm almost back home, just right up there. And when I get there, I actually want to show you how clapped out the leaf springs are. Because if you guys don't know, they are not supposed to be bent the way they are. But like I said, it handles pretty well for having a clapped out suspension. I am super surprised. But let me get there and I'll show you the leaf springs. They are bad. Alright, we're back. I mean, look how low. I'm not sure if that's normal, but look how low that sits. My God. Alright, check this out. See how they're bending this down and not up? They're supposed to bend up. So that's how you know if you got clapped out leaf springs. I mean, look at that. Jeez. Horrible. They definitely underrated. I mean, it's got a big leaf pack, but they're definitely underrated. And look at all these wires just dangling. My God, you guys. And this is from a dealership. Like, come on. You guys can't fix that? Jeez. And look at that tire. I'm assuming they only put good tires on the outside because it looks good from the outside. And then they just leave that one. Let me get inside the camper where it's not windy. Alright, I'm in the camper. I'm trying to figure out where that beeping's coming from. I'm waiting for it to do it again. Yeah, it's so windy out, it's rocking the RV right now. And of course, I live in the plains where it's always windy, unfortunately, and that is not ideal for a roofer, let me tell you. Man, where's that beep? Of course, every time I come to check, the beeping disappears, unfortunately. And I'm gonna have to do something with that too. It keeps on, every time I drive it, it keeps coming open. What is that noise? Oh, this thing. Oh, no. Well, it looks like I need a new one of those. Look at that. Watch. See right here, when the wind blows. And that's on the hinge side. So oh man. I was probably doing that the whole way home. Oh man. I don't know what they got going on here. If you know, let me know. I have no clue. And they got wires running all the way. Obviously it's cable, but I just don't know. Wow. And I'll be moving that. I think I forgot the guy's channel, what the name of his channel was, but he took all that out and he put a pop-up TV right there, which I'm probably gonna do because that was a good idea, and it gives you plenty of space for my dogs to run around because they just can't sit. So the reason why I got this thing is because obviously you've seen the truck camper I have out there. I just got that, unfortunately, and I had it on my truck. It's over there. I had it on that. The weight on that thing is like 36,000 pounds, which is way over the payload of my truck, which they told me it was lighter than that when I was buying it, so I got screwed on that. Whatever. But I bought it because, like I said, I'm a roofer. I service all of Montana. And when I have 2 dogs and an employee with me, you know, just going to a hotel room is just not ideal because my dogs tear stuff up. So I'd rather have something personal that they can be in, that they could tear up. Hopefully not too bad. Obviously I'll monitor them. But it's better than paying any damage fees at a hotel or anything like that. And hopefully it'll keep my my labor expenses down, because hotel rooms are super expensive nowadays, which is ridiculous. So I got this thing so I could tow my dump trailer behind it, because all my tools are in the dump trailer, instead of having a travel trailer, a camper, where I have to drive it all the way there, and then I have to drive all the way back, and then I have to get my tool trailer, and then drive it there, and then when I'm done, I have to do the same thing all the way back, which I did last year, and it was not fun. It was a waste of time, waste of money. So I figured this would probably be the best option. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's the best option in my opinion. I mean, I've done the math on everything, and that's what I think. Well, I appreciate you guys staying till the end if you did, and like I promised, I'll tell you how much I paid, and let me know if you think I overpaid. So I paid $12,000 for this thing, and I tried to talk them down, but they wouldn't do it, because when I was talking to the guy, I was like, "Would you take 10,000? Because it needs some work. Like the awning is ripped on one of the slide outs, and there's no ladder, and there's obviously a couple other things I didn't know until I got there, like the leaf springs." And he's all, "No, I can't do that. The camper needs nothing. It's in great shape. You'll never find one in this good a shape again." Well, obviously that was a lie. It's not in as good a shape as he claims. He acted like it was perfect. It absolutely needed nothing at all. Which was a lie, because like I said, there was not even any fluid in the transmission when I got there. And they were all embarrassed. I can't believe we didn't check that. And I'm just thinking, yeah, I can't believe you didn't check that either. I sure hope you weren't driving the crap out of it. So let me know if you think I overpaid. I've been looking on RV Trader, and I've been looking on Copart for a good deal on one, and everybody seems to want 20 grand for these things, and it's just ridiculous, and nobody hardly maintains them. I mean, I'm all about maintenance on a vehicle. So I don't know. Let me know if you guys think I pay too much. Stay tuned. I don't know what I want to fix first. Obviously, there's a lot to be fixed. I don't know if I want to do the leaf springs first. I mean, obviously, it takes money to do all this, and I currently have to get my roof done on my house because I went through a hailstorm last year, so who knows there. But stay tuned. What do you think I should name my channel? You think I should leave it the same, Fruit of Knowledge? Because I do a broad... I do a lot of things. I do roofing. I have a lot of hobbies. Obviously, I'm going to be camping in this thing with my dogs, so you get to see that. And like I said, I'm in Montana, so you get to see some winter camping and how it holds up if you want. And I'm not like a normal RVer. I'm not gonna go to these RV parks because I can't do that. My dogs don't play nice with other dogs, so I have to go off-roading away from everybody. So that means I'm not gonna be on these nice paved roads driving this thing. I'm gonna be off-roading it and putting it to the test. Even if that means I'm breaking stuff, I'll fix it. But it's gonna be an interesting series, so stay tuned, and thanks for watching.